Today, we're going to go over a couple of simple ways to get a better recording in an untreated room. Nobody really wants to hear this, but you have to remember the room is more important than the microphone or the recording equipment. If your room is bad, it's much harder to get a good, clean recording. But we're going to go over a few things you can do when you're recording in a bad room to get the best recording possible. The first thing, and probably the easiest thing, is whatever you're recording, get it really close to the microphone. Right now, my voice is the signal, and since I'm so close to the microphone, it is so much louder than anything else in the room. I'm getting a great signal to noise ratio. Now, if I move this microphone back, my voice gets much quieter, and that makes all the other sounds in the room a lot easier to hear. So you want to make sure your sound source is as close to the microphone as possible, as long as that microphone is not giving you too much proximity effect. Now, dynamic microphones are generally designed to be 1 or 2 or 3 inches in front of your mouth or in front of the sound source, and most condenser microphones are designed to be back a little further. So a lot of the problems with a condenser microphone in an untreated room is they get too boomy, they're too bassy, there's too much proximity effect when you're really close to them. And that means you need to find a condenser microphone that does not have a huge proximity effect if you're going to be really close to it, or it might just sound way too boomy and way too bassy. The majority of people run a dynamic microphone in an untreated room because normally you can get really close to those without too much of that extra boominess or bassiness being added, because that's how they're designed to be used, a couple of inches away from your mouth. Now, this is the Lauten LS208. It's a condenser microphone that's designed to be used like a dynamic. This is one of the best condenser microphones out there for recording in an untreated room. But if you got something like a SM57, SM58, SM7B, those are all great sounding microphones. They're all dynamics, and they will get you a much cleaner recording as long as you're nice and close to them in an untreated room. Now, if you've got some old mattresses, some old curtains, some old blankets, you can hang those on the walls, or you can even go ahead and build your own sound treatment. Now, my room has about 100 pieces of cheap acoustic foam hanging on the walls, and as long as I'm semi-close to my microphone, it does get rid of, 80 to 90% of the reverb, but acoustic foam is not, I repeat, it is not the proper treatment. It's kind of one of those deals where you would only use acoustic foam if you can't use anything else. Now, I don't own this house, therefore, I can't build a bunch of sound panels and hang them up. Regular acoustic panels, unfortunately, would require some permanent attachment to the walls, so I can't have them in this room. So I'm like, all right, I'll just buy a bunch of really dense acoustic foam, and it's much better than nothing, but it still doesn't make the room great. It makes the room much better. It makes the room good, but not great. I still need to make sure my mouth is like 3 to 4 inches away from the microphone, or you start hearing too much reverb. Or if I grab one of my higher end microphones that's extremely sensitive in this room, I definitely hear the reverb even when I'm pretty close to it. Like if I grab my Lauten Clarion, there's a lot of reverb being picked up by that thing, even if I'm close to it, just because the capsule's larger than normal. It's really sensitive, and it's, acoustic foam's not the best treatment you can get. Put some rugs down, hang some moving blankets or regular blankets on the walls. Whatever you can find to deaden the sound helps out as well. Adding furniture like couches and chairs, stuff like that. Just adding a whole bunch of stuff into the room, especially if it's got soft surfaces, will make your recording sound so much better. Or pick up something like the Lauten LS208. I mean, this is not an inexpensive microphone, but in the world of microphones, it's not that expensive, right? This will run you around $500 or $600. When you look at those $1,200 Neumanns or $3,000 Neumanns or those $10,000 or $50,000 microphones, that makes this look like a heck of a bargain for as good as it sounds. I mean, it's a condenser microphone that allows you to get right up on top of it, so whatever reverb you are getting is nowhere near as noticeable when you can get this close to a microphone. Finding the right microphone for the job, microphone placement, and adding whatever you can to the room to reduce those echoes. Having a bunch of junk in your room is also a big help, but bottom line is, get the microphone really close to the sound source. That is your number one step. Number two, finding anything to absorb or break up the sound waves. So yeah, the room is the most important thing, guys and gals. The recording you're hearing right now, I'm not doing any editing whatsoever. This is just the way the microphone sounds in a semi-sound treated room with me being really close to the microphone. So yeah, I mean, that's really the trick, is getting as close as possible. Now, I do actually have a video where I took this microphone and a bunch of other microphones into an untreated space and I demoed them. I'll make sure that pops up when this video is ending and you can hear this particular microphone and a bunch of other ones in action in a untreated space. And that way you can hear, what I'm talking about as far as when you're really close to a microphone. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. That would really help me out a lot, so thank you. Check out the video's description or the pinned comment. You'll find some awesome links to where you can get some amazing microphones, cameras, lighting, pretty much anything you want. All kinds of awesome stuff. If you purchase something off of those links, I do get a very small commission and it helps this channel out, so thank you if you use my links. I do appreciate that. You will find an Amazon affiliate link in the video's description where you can get a bunch of awesome stuff, including this microphone right here. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the microphone to get if you're recording in an untreated room and you need a condenser. This is seriously about the only condenser microphone I've ever found that I can get this close to and not get an overly boomy proximity effect. I mean, that's what this microphone is designed for. So check out the video's description and the pinned comment, and you might find something awesome. There's some other ways to help support the channel in the video's description and the pinned comment, so check that out if you're interested. If not, that's okay too, but even watching more of my videos is a huge help. Maybe check out a couple of these other videos that are up on the screen right now, and thank you so much for watching. You guys and gals are amazing.
Thanks for watching my video. I hate to say, but it's time to go. Maybe you could watch another one. That might be really fun. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching you. Thanks for watching my video.